At 7 on the CW25.
In just a few hours, court will be in session as the jury selection process gets underway in a South Bend courtroom. It's the first of many trials in the deadly Richmond Hill explosion.
And breaking this morning, a 3-year-old boy is hit by a van and killed while riding his bike in front of his home in Benton Township. Neighbors are saying poor lighting is to blame.
Good morning, Michiana. It's Thursday, June 4th. I'm Emily Evans.
And I'm Drew Gardner. We begin with that toddler who was struck by a van late last night. It all happened near the Berrien Homes Highland Housing Project in Benton Township. That's right by Council Drive.
ABC 57's Brandon Pope has been following this story overnight for us. Brandon, any new developments?
Well, Emily, we now know that the child that was struck by that van right here in this Benton Harbor neighborhood has died from the injuries he sustained. We were told at the scene that it was head trauma, and I'll tell you right now, people are hurting in this community. Lots of people I've talked to, I just saw a lady right over here, literally just on the pavement crying. This is definitely something that's affected this area dramatically. Now, we now know also who was driving that vehicle that ended up killing this child. Her name, Terry Janelle Abney, and police right now from Benton Township say that alcohol and drugs appear not to be a factor, and that's according to police. Now, here's some video that we shot from the scene. You can see that bike there that boy was riding through his own neighborhood. Police say he suffered head trauma from the blow from that blue van, and we later learned he was sent to Lakeland Hospital for treatment. Police now tell us he was dead on arrival. Now, we're still working. We got his condition already. He's dead. Witnesses say a woman was driving the vehicle, blue van. The consensus here among residents is that poor lighting in the neighborhood really could have contributed to this accident. Benton Township investigators, they say they recreated the crash scene, and from that they deduced that speed is not believed to be a factor in this. However, some witnesses we've talked to that I spoke with just a few minutes ago on ABC 57 News say that's not the case at all.
No headlights, didn't have any headlights on, and she was speeding when she turned the corner, extremely too fast.
Now, no charges have been filed against Terry Janelle Abney, the driver of that vehicle, and the investigation is ongoing. Now, make sure you stick with ABC 57 News. We're going to keep following this for you and make sure we have the latest information that we can get. I'm live in Benton Harbor this morning. Brandon Pope, ABC 57 News.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Weather today looking pretty good going into this afternoon. Yesterday was near picture perfect. Today, a few things changed, but all in all, still a really nice day and a really warm morning. Starting off here at 56 degrees in South Bend, 57 your temperature in Sturgis, Warsaw, and Rochester. This is a day that will see us quickly climb to 70 degrees by about 11, 12 o'clock, and we keep going. One thing that will be a change in the forecast, though, is the amount of cloud cover we see. This morning, we're starting mostly sunny. We will see a considerable amount of clouds, especially the later we get in the day, especially this evening in the forecast. Upper 70s to low 80s will be our highs. It'll depend a little bit on how quickly those clouds do track into the area. Once today is said and done, things change pretty quickly in the forecast. Chances for rain settle back in as we look into tomorrow and, well, one of the 2 days of your week, and we'll help you plan it all out coming up in the full forecast.
All right, Greg, thanks. We'll see you then. And developing later today, a high-profile case takes center stage right here in South Bend.
That's right. Jury selection for the trial of the first of 5 defendants in the Richmond Hill explosion begins this morning. Mark Leonard is the first to go to trial. The blast killed 2 people in November 2012, Jennifer and John Longworth. The explosion is believed to be a part of a plot to collect insurance money, but it backfired. More than 80 homes were either damaged or destroyed.
The trial is in South Bend because so many people in Indianapolis were exposed to the case it could alter a fair judgment. The judge presiding over the trial has not yet decided if prosecutors can use autopsy photos and audio recordings of John Longworth in the moments before he died. Opening statements are expected to begin on Monday.
Cardiac arrest can happen to anyone at any time. According to the American Heart Association, close to 400,000 out-of-hospital sudden cardiac arrests happen annually. So they're calling on you to help. This week is CPR and AED Awareness Week. That's where we find ABC 57's Emily Kinzer. She's live at Prompt Ambulance Service in South Bend. Emily, what's this week all about?
Well, it's all about education and awareness. Statistics show that 3 out of 4 Americans may feel helpless in a situation where they may need to give CPR, but knowing what to do without hesitating is what this week is all about. It's a quick response that can make the difference between life or death, and anyone can learn how to perform CPR. Statistics by the American Heart Association show that people who are given CPR by an effective bystander have double or triple the chances of survival. But only about 30% of cardiac arrest victims get CPR from a bystander. So as statistics have it, chances are if you ever have to perform it, it will be on someone close to you, like a friend or family member.
Most of the CPR happens at home because most cardiac arrests happen at home, and people don't have good access to CPR.
CPR only takes about a minute to learn and can ultimately make a difference later on. Now, coming up in the next half hour, I'll share with you some tips on how you can be prepared to save a life one day. Live at Prop Ambulance Service in South Bend, Emily Kinzer, ABC 57 News.
All right, Emily, thanks. And health and wellness goes a lot deeper than just taking prescription pills. At Elkhart General Hospital, staff are teaching patients the key to a healthy body can start in the ground.
It's a new approach the hospital's taking to teach patients that nutritious foods can help your body just as much as pricey medications.
ABC 57's Rosie Woods is live at the Learning Garden this morning with those details. Good morning, Rosie.
Hey guys, good morning. That's right. So, some of the nurses and other faculty and staff here at this hospital decided they needed to help their patients learn how to be healthier without just taking a lot of pills. So they partnered with Seed to Feed, which is a local organization here in Elkhart, to do that. So Seed to Feed is a donation-based organization in Elkhart County with the goal to bring fresh produce and education of healthy living into the community. And because of that, they have partnered with some of the staff and faculty of Elkhart General Hospital to create this learning garden. Now, the food that is grown in this garden, you're not going to be seeing it in the cafeteria. It's for education so that patients can see what healthy food looks like and learn how to make healthy options themselves. But Natasha Weisenbeck, she's one of the coordinators for Seed to Feed. She told me that their program is a program of hope and a possible solution to hunger in Elkhart County. And just because the garden is mainly for educational purposes doesn't mean the produce grown here will be wasted.
Excess produce that they're not using for the educational purposes will go to the Food Bank of Elkhart County, to go into pantries like Church Community Services, to go to places like Susanna's Kitchen and Faith Mission. And
now, if you'd like to get involved with this organization, Seed to Feed, they're all over Elkhart County, so they would love any support that they can get, and I will be posting that on abc57.com, how to contact them and everything like that. But coming up next, hear more about this garden and what it's doing for the local community. I'm live in Elkhart this morning. Rosie Woods, ABC 57 News.
Rosie, time now 7:08. Police say the Boston terror suspect had a plot to behead.
Who they say his top target was, plus what top FBI officials are calling on Congress to do now.
And new developments in the D.C. mansion murder mystery. The clue that has officials believing there's a possible link between the suspect and the victims.
You're on the water forecast for this weekend is kind of hit and miss. Saturday, the best day to get out for sure in the forecast. We'll time out the rain on Friday and Sunday coming up next.